It's a new semester of television news through a new lens with a new team of UL Lafayette broadcasting students working behind the scenes and on the scene, bringing you important, inspiring, and entertaining news, all about life in Acadiana. We are TV 308.
Welcome to TV 308. I'm Maya Khalees. Zoom has exhausted college students, but even with the end of a pandemic in sight, some are still anxious. Meanwhile, in Lafayette, shoppers can feel a little better about spending too much. Plus, local student athletes have something to prove, not only to themselves, but to their communities. Your news starts now. Though many people are willing to become fully vaccinated, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine have scared people. The University of Louisiana at Lafayette was one of many sites that used the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Lena Foster takes us to campus where students have mixed feelings about the CDC's decision, and we find out what the university plans to do.
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is one of the most talked about and controversial COVID-19 vaccines. But have these 6 cases of rare side effects put an end to this public's usage of this vaccine? The University of Louisiana at Lafayette is following the CDC's order officially discontinuing distribution of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine until further notice, due to nationwide reports of rare cases of blood clots.
We received alert that we were to immediately pause all administration of Johnson & Johnson.
Madeline Husband-Ardwin is a registered nurse and the Chief Administrative Officer of Student Health Services at UL Lafayette.
We follow anything CDC tells us, public health tells us, and so we are not giving the vaccine. We had another clinic scheduled on April 20th, but we decided to cancel that clinic completely.
University health officials administered 385 Johnson & Johnson shots before the CDC issued the alert.
We've drafted an email and we're contacting everyone that had the vaccine through us at our clinic, and we're going to let them know what to look for, that we're going to give them another copy of the V-Safe flyer, and also they can call us.
Vaccinated students have mixed feelings about the CDC's decision.
I feel that now that they've stopped it, I think that's a good idea, because I don't think anybody wants to take a vaccine that everybody's cautious about.
With 6 out of 6 million, I think there's room for concern, but I don't know if pausing millions of doses was necessarily correct.
The university plans to use the Moderna vaccine. However, after administering the first dose, it might be hard to get students to return and take the second recommended dose of that vaccine.
Some people don't come to summer school. Some people go back home. Lots of different factors where they might not be able to be available for that second dose.
Lena Foster, TV 308. The Student Health Services Clinic will be administering vaccines. For more information, call 337-482-1399. Lena Foster, TV 308.
As more people in Louisiana continue to get vaccinated and COVID-19 cases continue to decline, this fall, UL Lafayette is looking to bring back normalcy and get students physically back to class. Even as more people sign onto video conferences to connect with loved ones, students say video calls are wearing you out.
The pandemic safety measures continue to limit life as we once knew it, even though millions, including college students, have taken one of the 3 available vaccines.
For college students like Diamond Davis, hearing things just might get back to normal is literally music to her ears.
My major, I'm a music major, and I'm doing choir and stuff, and it's really hard to do music stuff like with the restrictions that we have now.
For Davis and thousands of other Raging Cajuns, there is good news from the administration. The university plans to offer more in-person classes in the fall. Seth Benton is ready to log off from remote classes and walk into an actual classroom.
Where I need to be in a classroom so I can communicate with the teacher easier, because I'm more of a visual learner, so just sitting through a lecture online doesn't benefit me very much.
Benton isn't worried about the COVID-19 cases spiking up while classes get back on track.
I think if things have been working well here, we should move back to the direction of normalcy, but if things, tend to turn for the worse, then I think we should just play it by ear.
With registration for next semester's classes coming up, students can expect a normal campus. Fall registration for classes is underway. Many agree going back to the way things were is going to be yet another adjustment. Only this time, they'll know what to do if things change again because of COVID-19.
For TV 308, I'm Trevion Collins. The University of Louisiana at Lafayette is hoping to return back to normal August 23rd for the upcoming fall semester. I'm Trevion Collins with TV 308.
Even as more people sign on to video conferences to connect with loved ones, students say video calls are wearing them out. After the break, shopping for our calls takes on a new meaning. TV 308 isn't all magic. Behind the scenes takes some skill. Also, college students continue to break barriers by simply having fun together. Isabella Rossiter joins us with more. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not often you get to shop for a nice deal and give back to the community at the same time. A local nonprofit delivered a unique shopping experience to those looking to save money and step up to help make a difference.
At first glance, this looks just like a regular flea market. It's something more impactful than that, says Kristen Likens.
I'm the executive director of Louisiana CLI and Limb Salvage Club.
That club spreads information and education about the different facets of limb salvage and wound care.
So we came out at Rummage for a reason. One of the 16 nonprofits that we were here to bring awareness to our nonprofit.
Camp Von Coeur sponsored the event, held in the parking lot of the Bassett Furniture Store in Lafayette.
And people donated stuff to us to sell, and the profits would go to the club to help fund our events and various things that the clubs do.
The purpose of the event is to create a means in which local nonprofits could generate funds to go towards their own nonprofit.
It's basically a flea market, and all the proceeds go to each individual nonprofit.
Everybody had a lot of people come out today. There was a lot of traffic. Everybody was safe and secure. Wore masks, and there were a lot of people getting a lot of good things.
Briefcases, cups, and even a special pair of dress-up butterfly wings are very affordable.
$2, just multiple things for $2. We never sold anything higher. That's kind of the whole thing. It's a lot of little things. It's labeled as the rummage sale, so there's not any real high ticket items around here.
The items that the nonprofits sold were donated for the most part to the various nonprofits, so they did not have to spend money on acquiring goods to sell.
Everything we made was a profit and helps the club do what we want to do.
Isabella Rossiter, TV 308.
If you missed the event but are interested in donating, the Salvation Army and Goodwill of Acadiana are accepting donations. Are you curious about who creates the magic of TV 308 behind the scenes? Throughout the semester, the students at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette worked various positions on and off the camera, learning all about television news performance. Here's a look at some of the lessons that they've learned.
Class for Communications 308 is an interesting experience, to say the least. It's very hands-on. You're very involved with everything. You got to plan out your stories. You write the scripts. You go out and film everything, B-roll included. That was some of my responsibilities too, so that answers your second question while we're at it. It's stressful if you don't know what you're doing.
Being organized, time management, and just staying on top of your schoolwork. My responsibility was the assistant technical director and basically just working behind the scenes of television production.
So I would describe taking Communications 308 as a lot of work. It requires a lot of time management. One thing that I do think is you have to be very creative, and you have to be open-minded, and you have to be ready for people to tell you no.
My responsibility at being at TV 308 was mainly behind the camera work, including promo and B-roll, and that was really interesting, and I want to do that in the industry for broadcasting in the future.
Getting college students to network, have fun, and break down stereotypes all came down to an actual on-campus party with a purpose at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Here's a look at why the Black Student Union at the university wanted to do something different to address differences between students.
The best way to describe BSU to ULL is really to just say that we bring the diversity, the empowerment, and that different aspect and view to a PWI. Being here on a PWI, you know, Black students sometimes feel as if they don't have a safe space. You know, some place that's fun and a place that they can really come and congregate. And we as BSU try to provide a place of empowerment, a place where they can come and be with like-minded individuals, a place where they can grow and cultivate so that they can become these amazing Black leaders that we have all around the world today.
Our mission is to stimulate the intellectual, political, social, and cultural minority growth of students of this campus, because we do want to give the minorities a safe space on this predominantly white institution.
Oh yeah, after this event, man, BSU, we got some meetings coming up. We got other major events. Y'all tune in, follow the social medias at UL BSU. Stay active. Y'all come show support. We're just doing it for the Black community on this PWI campus. We love UL and we love our BSU. Thank y'all for tuning in.
We was holding field day because last semester we weren't able to have a lot of events due to COVID. So this semester we really wanted to get the students out of their rooms so they can have a little fun and socialize.
Basically, due to COVID and all that, it's been hard for us to have planned type of events. So I feel like by everybody coming together, bonding, having a good time, is definitely something positive for the students on campus, you know. So yeah, I would just say this is something that's positive, and I think we should do more of this, so everybody can, you know, get back to that family type of bond that we used to have prior to COVID.
A lot, because I see a lot of Black people out here, and right now at this, you know what I'm saying, this time of need, this is the country, probably more the world, but more the country right now, just me in America. The Black people need unity. We need stuff like this, because it just bring everybody together.
Coming up, the sadness of New Orleans Saints quarterback's retirement is overshadowed only by the exciting prospect of someone new. And a local college swimmer has his sights set on bringing the greatest honor to himself and his community. Plus, exceptional performance on and off the field from an Acadiana softball player. Jonathan Bulott has all of that and much more. Stay with us.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Since Drew Brees announced his retirement from the NFL, fans have wondered who could take over as the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. As Zane Hogue reports, one NFL great could be looking to change his uniform colors to black and gold.
NFL quarterback Russell Wilson said that he would accept a trade to 4 teams to play next season. One of those teams puts him right here in Louisiana with the New Orleans Saints.
With the 75th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Russell Wilson, quarterback, Wisconsin.
After 9 seasons and a Super Bowl championship with the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson hinted he is ready to move on to a new team. Saints fans like Joshua Guidry are optimistic.
I mean, I feel like it'd be a really good asset to the team. I mean, he did good for the Seattle Seahawks. I feel like he'd do great with Drew Brees and all the rest of the team. I mean, good player, good team.
While the chances may be small, Kalen Rudd is definitely willing to accept Russell Wilson as the new quarterback.
Man, if he came to the Saints, I feel like he'd get us some rings, personally. I mean, you know, Drew Brees, he did his job, you know, played his part. Like, we just need somebody to fill those shoes, and that's the perfect one.
Even New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell hopes Wilson makes New Orleans his new home. Take a look at her recent Twitter invitation to the Wilson family.
I'm LaToya Cantrell, mayor of the city of New Orleans, and I know, Mr. Wilson, that you will be a great addition to the New Orleans Saints.
Zane Hogue, TV 308. While it is still unknown how the Saints will perform without Drew Brees, what is known is that their chances would look a lot better with Russell Wilson on their side. For TV 308, I'm Zane Hogue.
One local athlete is working hard to make the Olympic Games, but not just for a shot at a gold medal. As Madeline Cerner reports, one Lafayette High alum is looking to prove to his community that through hard work and dedication, you can rise up.
Around middle of high school is when I knew that I wanted to represent Guatemala, and I really wanted to take this thing to the next level.
Lafayette High alumnus Miguel Vasquez, a name that's been known in the swimming community in Acadiana for the past several years. Being a swimmer at Centenary College is one thing, but Vasquez has bigger dreams, a lot bigger.
Miguel is committed. When he commits onto something, unlike swimming, he is going to dive in, head first, feet last. He is fully into it.
Vasquez is determined to become an international champion. He is training for the Guatemala National Championships in hopes of making the national team. If that happens, he will begin climbing the ladder of meets with hopes of going to the top.
This year was whenever it really started to become a reality, and now I'm hoping to make it one. Ultimate goal, it's a big word, it's a little scary, but the Olympics and making the Guatemala national team.
Vasquez is undergoing training at Crawfish Aquatics, a local swim club. Coach Thomas Clavier sees no reason Miguel won't make it to the Olympics.
Yes, I always thought Miguel would go to greatness. He works hard at everything he does. He's very driven, comes from a great family, and he's super focused, and he takes initiative to do things without being told so. And I know a lot of the things we do are hard and challenging, but he knows it's part of the process, and he does it without complaints.
Since becoming a dual citizen between the United States and Guatemala, Vasquez has been getting closer and closer to his dream. But there is still something worth just as much to him as a gold medal.
One thing that I'm really hoping to achieve through this process is just shedding more light on the sport of swimming in Guatemala. I really hope to just really make a legacy for, not only myself, but for my country in some sort of way.
In Lafayette, I'm Madeline Cerna, TV 308.
Student athlete is a term often misunderstood by those who are not expected to actually be both exceptional in the classroom and extraordinary at a sport. For high school junior student athlete Madeline Bullock, balancing the classroom and the field is a combination of making good decisions while facing demands all the time. Raven Little has that story.
After an ineligible freshman season and a COVID-shortened sophomore season, junior catcher Madeline Bullock has assumed the role of captain over the Acadiana High School Lady Rams softball team.
It's
A lot of pressure sometimes.
The pressure Madeline faces comes more from leading her squad rather than from a fear of not performing.
You always have to be ready to handle a lot of different situations, especially on the field, off the field. People come to you with a lot of questions, crazy stuff sometimes, but just always have to know everything.
Head coach Kevin Smith feels that Madeline is the type of leader this team needs.
Very well aware of the things that are happening, and she takes charge of it like she's supposed to. She sees it all, so she's vocal about it, and she gets with the girls, and she tells them what needs to be done. That's what your catcher's supposed to do.
The 4'11 junior isn't short on work ethic on or off the field. It is obvious as she communicates with teammates and coaches and carries a heavy workload.
I'm actually in 2 different dual enrollment classes right now, so balancing that is probably one of the harder things, but time management is the biggest thing. Doing as many math problems and as much of an essay as you can on the bus ride really helps.
Even with all of these obligations, Madeline still manages to improve her game more than anything else.
Probably, let's see, half of my day. I wake up in the morning, I work out, come to practice after school, leave, go hit in the cage or something, or I go to the field with my brother, things like that.
Raven Little, TV 308. Although the season has ended, Madeline Bullock's hustle does not stop. She looks forward to leading the Lady Rams through one last successful season as a senior. For TV 308, I'm Raven Little.
After the break, Maya Khalees will return with something special from the TV 308 family to all the families watching at home. Stay with us.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
What does Mother's Day mean to you? As we end our final newscast this semester, we have an early Mother's Day greeting card from a few in our area who share the best lessons learned from their mother.
She taught me family, spirituality, and work ethic. Those are the 3 main things, and I think those 3 things together really can set you up for success in life. And with me working on my job for 34 years and having a daughter and grandson that we have a very close relationship, that has made a great family. So I think those are the 3 things that we do more than anything else.
3 things my mom taught me. I said the first one is to always have good values in a woman. Don't have a woman that's gonna want to just, live off you and just be home all day. She said to always keep money in your pocket. Don't let money burn a hole in your pocket, and to invest and, have good finances. The last thing she said is to always be aware of my surroundings and the surroundings of people around me or with me. That's the 3 things my mom taught me.
All right, 3 things my mother taught me are love God, love people, and love yourself. And I've been trying to live by that every day.
My mama taught me how to carry myself in person, that girls are meant to be seen, not heard. She also told me to love and respect myself and don't worry about what the outside world think of me or care about me. She also taught me to self-care and take care of myself and my hygiene and love myself. But yeah, that's the 3 things my mama taught me.
3 things my mother taught me is 1, to love myself and not care about no one else's opinions because it doesn't matter. Another one is to respect myself and to respect others because you want to be treat people how you want to be treated, And another one is to choose who I'll be around, and I didn't really learn that until I got older and I understand what she meant. So that really helped me a lot.
The first thing that my mother taught me is how to be polite. You have to be a gentleman. As a man in this world, I think they got lost somewhere along the way, but she's always instilled in me how to have manners. The second thing is I have to treat women with respect. She always beat that down to me. I have to treat women with respect. And third thing, being her oldest child and her only son, I always have to be the protector of women in my household. And you always, as the man, you have to know that you have to protect women and children.
That's our newscast. Remember to like us on Facebook at UL Lafayette Broadcasting. From the TV 308 family to yours. Thank you.